Hello everybody and welcome to Marchant Chevrolet. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2018 Chevy Traverse High Country with all-wheel drive. Let's go ahead and get started. Absolutely beautiful vehicle. This will be an in-depth review for our friends here at Marchant Chevrolet. So you may be watching on their website right now, or possibly on social media somewhere, whether it's YouTube or Facebook. So wherever you're watching from, we really do appreciate you taking the time to click on this video with us. So this is our first time doing a in-depth video of the High Country Traverse. We've looked at previous versions, but the High Country is really something special. So we're gonna walk around it. We'll take a look at some of the features on this vehicle, the exterior, the interior. We'll have a look at the lighting, the price, and just all the great things that the Chevy Traverse provides for yourself. So, you know, the Chevy Traverse, this body style for 2018 is all new. It's been a redesign, and it looks amazing. It really does. And the technology on the Traverse really outranks a lot of the mid-size SUVs out there right now. And to start off on the front here, you have a beautiful grille. You can never go wrong with a gold Chevy bow tie, but you have a small camera that sits up under the Chevy logo, and we're going to show you that in just a second. There's cameras all over the place. You got a 360 camera view. There's cameras on the mirrors, on the front, on the back, and even the rear view mirror inside the vehicle in there also has a camera view so you can see what's going on. So I really like it a lot. Anyways, cutting edge technology at its finest with the Chevy Traverse. Now, the headlight system, LED, but you got a really nice LED daytime running light here, LEDs there. Then you got your fog lights down there, which are traditional halogens. And again, you'll notice on this particular version, a lot of chrome accents all over, from the chrome embezzled into the headlights, around the bottom here, the grille, and all that. Even the wheels. And you would think those wheels are actually chrome, but they are actually a polished aluminum wheel, which looks so nice. Let's take a look at our tires. We've got a beautiful set of Continental tires. They're a 255 55 series with a 20-inch polished aluminum alloy wheel. So you can't go wrong there. That looks great. Got a nice stance on it, doesn't it? I mean, doesn't the Traverse look so good? It's got that nice beefy look about it that Americans love. Third row seats, of course. You have LED lights in your mirrors right there so people can see when you're trying to get over. There's a camera right here. Pretty sweet, right? Then your smart key, basically, as long as the car, keys in your pocket, you walk up, put your finger here, it'll unlock. You can hit that button again and unlock the back. Again, a lot of chrome going on all through here. You got your roof racks up top, chrome handles, chrome down here on the body side moldings. Rear tires look good. I love how the taillights extend all the way into this back fender here where the hips are at. It rolls around. The High Country logo down on the bottom. Then you got dual exhaust, which looks good. You can see the fumes coming right out of there. It's a true dual exhaust pipes back there. So, I mean, you got fumes coming out of those pipes. There's some other, automotive mid-size SUVs out there that just have the looks of the pipes and actually the exhaust fumes blow down. So this is the real deal, folks. You got backup sensors, more chrome here. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the white. Then you have a camera there. And I believe that might be an LED light. I'm not exactly sure. It possibly could be two cameras. I think that's right. You got one camera for the backup camera and another camera. Yeah, that's right. The other camera here is actually for the rear view mirror inside the vehicle. Let's go ahead and open up the back. Now, I do have the vehicle running right now. But so you know, this vehicle comes equipped with remote start. I'm going to show you the key right here. So it's a nice slim Chevy key, looks good. He's got more chrome on it too, as you can see. You got power tailgate, check that out. Opens right up. Third row seats come standard in the Traverse. It always has and it always will. You can fold those seats down for even more storage or just leave them up. You have button controls here, so you just a click of a button will drop that seat right down, as we can see here in just a second. Well, we're trying. Oh, I was hitting it the wrong way. Well, here's the thing, folks, you got to pay attention to is that if that second row seat is not all the way forward enough, it actually won't fold down all the way. So what we'll do is we'll come into here and let's make sure that we got enough room for this seat, for that back seat to come up. There's actually a spot you can grab under these second row seats and actually roll this up, which will provide more legroom for back passengers. We're going to look at all that here in just a minute, but let's continue on looking at the rear. Also, another nice little feature here is you got an LED light right up top, so that's shining down this way when you're loading things in and out at nighttime. You got your button there. You can also control the height of this to make it taller or shorter. But let's go ahead and hit that button again and drop this all the way down. There we go. And as you can see, when those third row seats are down, it's really nice and flat. You can fold down the second row if you need to, and you'll also notice up top there you're going to have dual sunroofs, one in the front, one in the back. So a little bit different than a panoramic glass sunroof that's one big glass roof up top. Chevy offers you two separate sunroofs, which is still really nice. And then again, just a click of a button, you can fold these back up, which we're going to do right now, and it moves up really quick. Go ahead and do this one. Look at that, nice and fast. Take this, do that, and we're going to test out the rear legroom in the third row in just a minute, so stay with us. It's not bad. Also getting a little storage under here. That's real deal storage, folks. I mean, there's nothing in there blocking you. So you got a lot of space down there. And actually a fair amount of space right here with the third rows up. You know, if you go look at a brand new Chevy Tahoe right now, you don't even have that much space right there when the Chevy Tahoe's third row seats are up. You really got to fold those third rows down in a Tahoe to have more space. So I really like how Chevrolet's done it with the Traverse, where you still got a decent amount of room back here, even with the third row up. You know, a lot of people buying Traverses are going to have families and kids. They're going to be doing carpooling. You know, they may not have wanted to buy a minivan, and this is just a perfect setup here. It really is. Now, let's take a look at the price for a minute. Now, you'll notice you can't see on here too well because you got tinted windows, but this is the Maroni label. And basically what it's going to tell us on the price for a high country all-wheel drive, the price after options and all is going to be $53,960. Now what Marchant Chevrolet does, it's different than any other Chevy store I've ever been at, is they put this yellow sticker here, MSRP $53,960. They sell every new Chevy on the lot for $98 over invoice. That puts you at $52,454. So as you can see, not a whole lot of markup spread from $98 over invoice to MSRP. If there is any incentives or rebates or anything like that that come available on this vehicle at some point, we will put them right in here. Right now, we do not have any. You also notice upfront invoice pricing, no closing fees, no doc fees, no admin fees, no aspirin needed at all. Car buying without all the nonsense. So that's a great thing. There's no dealer admin fees on these cars, and there's no dealer add-ons. Okay, so we're going to save you some money there. This vehicle gets 25 on the highway, 17 city for an average combined of 20 mile per gallon out of an all-wheel drive V6. All right, stay tuned, folks. Let's take a look at the interior. So we're definitely going to have a lot going on the inside of the High Country Traverse, and we're going to go over as much as possible with you on this video today. And if you got any questions or comments, please feel free to go down in the comments section here on YouTube, and feel free to comment and ask. So on our door panel, you got leather, synthetic wood trim, a little more chrome. You got power door locks, memory seats, power windows, power mirrors, all that good stuff. You got one-touch settings just on the driver side window. One click up, one click down. You can control this like I told you earlier. There's different settings on that button, if you can see that down there, to adjust the height of the power tailgate in the rear. The Bose stereo system, cubby hole space here, cubby hole space right down there, and a little more right in here. So lots of little spots to put things in if you need to. More chrome here, looks good. It's a nice height off the ground. It's not too high, it's not too low. You got power seats, power lumbar support. So how many different ways can this seat go? Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10-way driver's side power seat. High Country Traverse, a little bit different on your interior seating. As you'll notice here, it's going to have the High Country logo there. It's going to have the railing going on the leather. And it's just a totally different leather seat than what you have on your regular Traverse Premier. And it definitely a little more upscale. Also perforated with the holes in it, lets it breathe and stay cooler, which is really nice. You'll have more leather wrapped up onto the dash, as you can see there with the stitching, leather wrapped steering wheel. Let's go ahead and hop in, take a closer look. So one thing I'm noticing right off the get-go when I'm sitting inside this car, when I close the door, it is extremely quiet in here. We got a main highway right outside the store here where there's, you know, anywhere between 100 to 200 cars going by within an hour or so. So it's a busy highway, and you can hear the sound of the cars driving by and the trucks and the 18-wheelers, as there's one 18-wheeler coming by right now. And so it's a quiet cabin. There's more sound deadener inside the door panels. The moldings around the doors are a lot thicker. So, you know, having a quiet interior cabin is definitely helpful. It makes it more comfortable to drive. It makes it more comforting when you're sitting in traffic and all that kind of stuff. And then when you're jamming out with some music, you're definitely able to turn it up a little louder on the cabin here, and you don't have to worry about everybody outside at the stoplight hearing what you're listening to. Also helps with your phone calls, right? Let's say you're having a private phone call with somebody on your Bluetooth cell phone system. With it being quieter in here like that and the sound deadener, hopefully people outside won't exactly hear your entire phone call going on. That's been something I've paid attention to with vehicles, because I've been sitting at the stoplight before and I've heard a whole person's conversation. It's not that I'm trying to eavesdrop on their conversation, but if you got your window down in your car, sometimes you can hear what's going on in the other person's car. So anyways, that's some advantages of having a High Country Traverse, is it's quieter. All right, let's keep on looking. Let's take the camera off of me for a minute. Before we do that though, plenty of headroom. I mean, as you can see here, we got a lot of space. When you got the sunroof up top, it just makes it feel more opened up on the inside, not so claustrophobic, and it does provide more headroom. Legroom is great, as you can see there. Again, I'm about 6'1", 215 pounds, and I mean, really, this is the perfect interior. I mean, it's comfortable and it's very spacious. All right, let's keep looking. All right, so we talked about the 10-way power seats. You can get this seat just the way you want it to be comfortable in this car. Whether you're short or tall, you can move it up, move it down, back, forward, all around, right? But here's another thing that's really nice. The steering wheel is a tilt telescoping steering wheel, and it's not a manual one where you got to pull the lever and move it around. There's actually on the bottom here, it's a little tough to see, but right here, look, check that out. It's a power steering wheel, which is really sweet. And another nice advantage of having the memory seat options with your keyless, with your key remote here, is that once you set this up with key number 1, key fob 1, and then you have key fob 2, because you get 2 of these key fobs with the car, you can set key fob 1 up to your husband's preferences or your wife's, and vice versa. Okay, so when the husband walks up to the car, hits unlock, the seats, the steering wheel, all this stuff gets in position. When the wife walks up with her key, it does the same thing. That's helpful, because it can be a little annoying at times to get in a car and have to remove all the seats around and all that kind of thing when hubby wants to drive or your wifey wants to drive, okay? So anyways, that's a nice little advantage to that. So we got the steering wheel there. Another nice feature here on the steering wheel is you got all these buttons, right? And the buttons are nice and flush. As you can see, they're not sticking off real far. They look really nice. I love how the steering wheel's got kind of a matte finish to it. It's not too shiny. It looks really nice. And that tells me where they're using a really quality leather inside of here. But you got all this stuff. You got a lot of tech features, and I can't go over every single tech feature on the Traverse today, but you got adaptive cruise control and blind spot monitoring system on those mirrors out there. So if someone is in that blind spot and you're trying to get over to the left or the right, you're gonna have a little indication or light here and an audible tone that will let you know, alert you that, hey, watch out, somebody's in the blind spot. Great feature. A lot of cars come with it nowadays. The Traverse is no exception. You do have an LCD screen right through the middle, and we're just going to kind of flip through some of the features on the LCD. And to do that, we have these buttons here, and let's go ahead and flip through, just see some of the basic stuff it has. Obviously, speed, off-road, pretty cool. You get that when you get the all-wheel drive version of the Traverse. Transmission fluid, battery voltage, timer, not too bad. That's cool. You can kind of time a trip if you like. Fuel economy, last 50 miles. So you can really get in depth there and check out your fuel economy, fuel range, tire pressure monitoring system, the PSI on each tire, as you can see. We're good to go there. Oil life, fuel information, trip B, trip A, and back to the speed. As you can see, when you're driving on certain highways, it will let you know the speed limit that you're supposed to go, so that's pretty nice as well. There is no heads-up display on this particular model that I know of, so you don't have a heads-up display there. So that's that. Then you got this really nice setup over here. Big screen, over 8 inches. I mean, it's big. Start-stop engine button. I love the nice shiny piano black finish on the inside. Really keeps it clean, keeps it kind of luxurious, right? And your caution button is here if you want to cut those caution lights on outside. But anyways, let's take a look at this display. Kind of like having an iPad or a tablet right here built into the dash, and it's responsive as well. But let's go ahead and hit the home button. As you can see, all your apps. Really nice. I mean, it is really cool. 4G LTE. You got Wi-Fi built into the vehicle. It lets you know your temperature, your time. But check that out. I mean, look how nice and clean that is. The colors are nice and vivid. There we go. Let's move the camera up a little closer to give it a little bit better look. Weather, you know, you can hook up Android Auto, Apple CarPlay in here. I mean, text messages. It's really intuitive. Let's go ahead and check out the cameras. As you can see, we talked about earlier, you have your 360 camera view going around the car there. That's really going to help you out when you're parking or pulling out of the driveway and don't want to run the kid's skateboard over or hit the bicycle. Then you got this here. You can click to different views. Even got the guidelines. Check that out. Pretty sweet. They also move with you. When you turn that steering wheel, those guidelines will move. So that's pretty nice. And then there's the front. So I'm liking that. I like how you can hit a button to just access the camera view. Alright, let's check a few more things out. Going into our navigation button here, as you can see, the display looks really nice. It's got more app icons up top. Zoom out, zoom in, all that. It almost seems like it felt my finger barely touching the screen there, but you can pinch it to go out, pinch it to zoom in. All that cool stuff. Pretty sweet. It really is. So that's your nav. We're not going to go over everything on here today, but again, if you would like to know more, feel free to comment, and we can always do a follow-up video. We're also going to be doing a video very soon on syncing up your mobile device, as in your Bluetooth device with your car. So that'll be something coming in the future. Now, you do have Onstar built in, as you can see right up here. Onstar comes standard on every General Motors product. So that's Chevy and GMC. And you get a 3-month free trial of Onstar when you buy a brand new Chevrolet. And you'll get XM Sirius satellite radio. Now, the next feature that people are really hyping up about right now is this rear view mirror. Like I mentioned earlier, outside, you do have another camera back there, and there's the view. Okay, it does not change when you are moving this around, just so you know. It is a video screen, okay, so it's not making that camera move on the outside by moving that. Some people, I've seen a customer one time get in one of these and start moving that around, and she was, you know, she didn't realize that it was a camera. That's right, it is a camera. It looks really good, the colors look great, and I've looked at it at nighttime before, and it looks pretty good at night. If you want to have it just your traditional mirror, well, just take this and flip it that way, and check that out. There's your mirror, there's my camera, there's my hat, okay? So we're good to go. We'll keep it on that for right now. Up top, while we're up here, you got your LED interior lighting, which is nice. You got your home link for garage doors openers, and then you got your sunroof, moonroof controls. On the vanity mirror, you got some nice LED lights here, 3 here, 3 here, a total of 6 LED lights for your mirror on the driver's side, and you'll have the exact same setup on the passenger side. You have handles above every window, 1, 2, and then 3, 4 on the other side. So those are nice to grab onto when getting in or getting out, or just holding on when you're going around a corner. So all this is looking really good. Let's keep on looking down this direction. For tech stuff, you got 2 USB ports and auxiliary, a 12 volt. You have your smart charger here for wireless charging with your new iPhone or new Samsung device. Leather wrap boot, feels good. Controls, I'm glad it has this instead of that little dial thing. Cup holders look great. All-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive controls. Electronic park brake. Glove box is pretty big. And one thing, you got a really big center armrest here. That's nice. I like that. And it's wrapped in leather as well. Open it up. More storage. Nice and deep. There's even a light in there, as you can see, right there to the right. I don't see any more power outlets down in there, though. Nope. So all your power outlets are pretty much right here. And it does not move forward or back. It's big enough where it should be good to go for just about anybody. All right, let's get to what everybody's been waiting on. Let's take a look in the back. All right, so again, I am 6'1", 215 pounds. Let's see how the seating configuration is in the back for someone a little bit taller and all that. Let me get my camera bag out of here for just a quick moment. Let's adjust this seat. We will also test out the third row seats here in just a moment. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. As you can tell, this is pretty high. That's what I call it, a high country, right? But no, that's pretty high. You don't have to worry about hitting your head on that too much. I mean, just lean your head down a little bit. You're good to go. You got your handle up here to grab a hold of. Okay. You'll notice the air vents are up top here. More LED lighting, so you got plenty of air vents. I really like those air vents on the top instead of down there because they're blowing right on you. That's nice. Still quiet. Plenty of headroom in the back. We're good to go. Plenty of leg room. And again, I have my seat in position if I were going to take it on a drive today. So a guy that's 6 foot in the front with a guy 6 foot in the back. We got plenty of room back here. Another thing I like is that it does have armrests, okay? And they feel pretty good. I like that. Let's move the camera around, start looking around a little bit more. Now on your door panel here, you have a cup holder there, another little cubby hole spot here. You got your window controls, you got a cubby hole down here, and more down there. So we got a lot of cubby hole spots in the Chevy. Also that too, if you want to throw an iPad or tablet in there. I don't think too many people have paper maps anymore, so just throw that tablet right there. Then right here, you have rear heated seats. And I didn't mention earlier, but you have heated and cooled seats in the front. Just heated seats in the back. You can change the climate and the fan speed in the back. You got 2 USB ports. Then you have this 110 volt, 150 watt outlet there. Cubby hole spot, another here. We're good to go. There's your sunroof. You can close it up if you want to, you know, keep it a little bit darker in the back, or open it up. You also notice microphones, one here, 1, 2, 3. You got 4 mics, so everybody can talk on a Bluetooth device if they need to. All right, let's go ahead and test out the third row seats. All right, so let's figure out the best way to actually move this seat, the easiest way. I only have one hand, so let's see how we can do this. Well, would we grab it here? No. That just folds it down like that, which is fine if you got to load a lot of stuff in, okay? So let's have another look. Is there any spot to do it where you can move the whole seat, right? I don't know. Is there a button? No. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the camera down for a second, figure it out, and I'll be right back. All right, I figured it out. So this is the driver's side of the vehicle. If in America here, since, you know, well, let's just say, you know, we're not in Europe, so cars aren't right-hand drive. But in America here, if you went to a school or you went to pick up the kids or whatever, the carpool line, you would actually be loading people in the car from the passenger side of the car. So with that being said, the little lever to grab a hold of on the seat is on the passenger side. Let's have a closer look. All right, here we go. Right there. The other side just had that. This side has this. And there's a little diagram here, which if I paid attention to it earlier, I would have known. But hey, it's a learning experience on these videos. And that makes it all so much more fun. So that's what you got, okay? That's a pretty decent opening there to get into the third row. It's not bad, okay? It's really not that bad. Let's go ahead and try to get back there. Probably a lot easier for a kid, but not bad for an adult. You're gonna grab here and pull that seat just like that. Now, of course, my knee is hitting the back of the seat because that side I had pulled up to my comfort setting. So let's move over a little bit and see how it is. As you can see here, we got a little room. It's not bad, and it's actually, well, it feels pretty nice sitting back here, right? Not bad at all. It's not too tight, that's for sure. I've been in a lot of mid-size SUVs, and this is pretty roomy in the back here. Chevrolet's done a great job. You also notice here it's nice. You got a cup holder here, another cubby hole spot. You got a USB port right there. More air vents, more lights. Even on this side, we got a USB port here. So Chevy has not left out USB ports. You got 2 up there, 2 back here, 2 in the front. You got 6 USBs all throughout the vehicle. So if you're a busy person, you got a lot of people and a lot of devices, you're good to go. Headrests are good. You can fold them down, but overall not bad. Let's switch the camera around, take a look at headroom. So headroom's not bad. I mean, look, we're good to go. We got a lot of headroom in the 3rd row. So again, like I've said, I've been in a lot of mid-size SUVs, and the Traverse seems to do a great job. I mean, this is not bad. This is not bad at all. This is actually a pretty decent amount of room in the back of here. I can guarantee you, you go and get in the back of a Ford Explorer, it is tight. It really is. It also helps to have the captain row seats here. Gives you a little more leg room through the middle. And hey, if you got small kids, you know, like I do, like a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old, they technically could kind of slide right through the middle there to get to the back. Another advantage of having captain row seats is what I'm just telling you, kids. I mean, if you got a son and daughter, or a son and a son, or a daughter and a daughter, or a son and an alien, or whatever you got, okay? You know, one's over here picking boogers, the other one's arguing about who's going to play with a tablet. You better have 2 tablets in the car when you got 2 kids, and it's nice to have them separated a little bit. So they got a little room there where they can't pick with each other. So again, if mom and dad, if you want to save yourself a little heartache and a little stress and a little less arguments inside the vehicle when you're going on a trip or even going to the grocery store, buy you a vehicle that's got captain row seats in the back. Take it from me. All right, next question is how do you get out of here, right? Did Chevy make it easy for the 3rd row passenger to get out? Well, sure they did. Just push that there. Push forward. Look at that. Put your foot there if you need to. Okay, you're good to go. The only complaint that I might have is that when you're in the back, it's nice to have something to grab a hold of to kind of pull yourself out. And the way Chevy's got these right here, they're just way too far up, right? I mean, I can still grab it technically, but if I grab here, the seat's moving, so that's not very solid. So you're just gonna have to jimmy yourself out of here, right? Yeah. All right. I just noticed you got a little suede here, leather here, so leather and suede. I'm telling you, you're seeing right now on this video why this Traverse is over $50,000. It's got a lot of nice amenities. Well, everybody, thank you for watching the video. I hope you learned something today. I hope you got to see some things that you've been wanting to see, and I hope you enjoyed it. I really do. If you're in the market for a new Chevy Traverse, whether it's the High Country or just the LT Traverse, come and visit my friends here in Ravenel at Marchant Chevrolet. Let me tell you, folks, they are just the best people in the whole wide world. Best car dealership I've ever worked for. And listen, folks, I have worked for many car dealerships all over the East Coast doing videos and social media and marketing. And Marchant Automotive Group, they are really some good people. They've been around out here for over 25 years in the car business. No dealer admin fees, no dog fees, all new cars 98 over invoice, upfront pricing, no aspirin needed at all. Car buying really made easy. Please come see my friends at Marchant Chevrolet if you're here in the Carolinas, or even if you're in Georgia or somewhere close. Feel free to stop by and purchase a car from us. Give us a call. Visit them online at marchantchevy.com. Always got to give you that little bit of information here towards the end of the video, but I truly do mean that. Marchant Chevrolet is really good people. You got a friend in the car business when you come here. Anyways, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe. We do videos like this all the time. And get down in that comment section and let's start a discussion. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon.